Shadows take their fill, feel the growing fear, whispers in the breeze, cold breath on your neck, moments you can't seize, heart begins to tread. Silent shadows here, killer near and dear, can't escape this fear, whispers all you hear, lonely streets so still, eyes in every crack, head against your will, can't look back or slack. No one hears you scream, running out of time. Life's a fading dream, echoes of the cry. Hiding won't help now, nowhere to retreat. Killers made a vow, life and death. In the dark night chills, footsteps creeping near, shadows take their fill, feel the growing fear, whispers in the breeze, cold breath on your neck, moments you can't seize, heart begins to tread. Silent shadows here, killer near and dear, can't escape this fear, whispers all you hear, lonely streets so still, eyes in every crack, head against your will, can't look back or slack. No one hears you scream, running out of time. Life's a fading dream, echoes of the cry.
Hey guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. How is everybody getting on this evening? Now obviously we are going to be doing some Fallout 76, as you guys may have gathered. How's everybody's week been going so far? Now as you can see with the intro, we are getting ramped up for Halloween. Now because it's spooky season, this will be the last Fallout stream for the next little bit, and then it's going to be a lot of horror games and things like that, because we're going to be doing some Panicore coming up on Saturday, and then we'll be doing some horror stuff next week. So hello Hangry, hello Morp, how are you both getting on? How is life? How have you been doing? And on top of that, I should probably check if any of my servers have eviction notice. We've got Tunnel of Love, and that was an encrypted radiation rumble. But yeah, so we're going to be doing a lot of different stuff. Oh, what the hell just attacked me? Okay, just bring me the legendary to the door, thank you. What the freaking hell? Like a freaking legendary delivery system there. So we're just emptying out our storage of crap that we don't currently need. Get rid of this crap. That's this character script out for another day. But yeah, how is everybody getting on? What's everybody been up to? Poo bag, fox, trophy. What? What? Is Morp turned into like an ancient Egyptian communicating only with hieroglyphs? Enjoying life here. Hope you're all doing the same. Well, I am enjoying life. I am enjoying many things. Many, 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 many things. Hey Sean, hey user, how you both getting on? Welcome to the stream. What's crack-a-lacking with you two? Hopefully you've had a good week. And we'll see if we can get something good. We're probably going to run expeditions and eviction notices for most of the night, as we usually do, because in preparation for this next update, I think what everybody should be aspiring to is getting armor that is going to allow you to do some crazy shenanigans. Because I think armor is going to be the most important thing in the coming season. Because obviously, you are gonna, you know, need better armor for the new raid. Is it called a raid? Oh, that's a point. It did work, Kenobi. I can see you now. I just realised what you were asking if it worked towards. Because I was like, what? Fucking what? You dare ask me a question? But yeah, it did work, Kenobi. It has definitely worked. I can see you now.
Welcome to Spin the Wheel, the most noogatastic show in all of America.
Pew, pew, pew.
I'm Cappy.
My green screen is bugged?
I'm Bob.
What do you mean my green screen is bugged?
Whoops, I forgot the rules. Can you
Oh,
explain
come on,
them?
you motherfucker. Click on the right thing.
We'll spin the wheel.
I
Oh,
hate when
yeah,
it does this.
And the different colors
Right,
mean different things.
that side.
They sure do, Bottle. Beware of blue.
Oh,
2 seconds.
No.
Stay away from red.
Ugh.
And yellow? Well, we'll leave that one up to the imagination. Now it's time to spin.
In theory,
Ugh.
that should work until I move a little bit. That looks better. Right, there we go. Right, let me into the right screen, you goddamn fucking piece of crap. Here we go. Nope, that's not what I meant to do. The problem when you've got like 5 different things to click on. Like weird marks. Yeah, I'm assuming it's fixed now. Right, where is anything to shoot? Robots. Pew-pew. Gonna cancel Fallout first, I'm a space marine now. Are you playing a lot of Warhammer then, Sean? I've actually got a load of Warhammer games that I need to play at some point. Like, genuinely so many Warhammer games that I need to play. Which is the kind of problem. There's too many games, not enough time. You little bastard, die. And I swear to God I saw a legendary around here. Maybe not. No? But yeah, what's everybody been playing this week? What's everybody been up to? Yeah, it's a very enjoyable game. It's how gaming should be. Like, honestly, I wish all games would take a leaf out of Warhammer Space Marine 2's book. Because genuinely, they just did it right. They made a game that was just fun to play. And that is something that a lot of games lack these days. Just pure and utter fun.
That was exciting.
But we do have a kind of exciting week. As I said, we're going to be streaming on Saturday. So we'll be streaming something. I know it's Panacore will be streaming on Saturday. But we're going to be streaming a bunch of times next week out with the normal, because I'm off work most of the next week, as is the wife, and as is the kids. So I'll be spending time and doing stuff with them during the day, which leaves me able to stream in the evening. So we're going to stream some spooky games, maybe some Resident Evil, maybe some Phasmophobia, Lethal Company, those kind of things. We'll see what we can. I'm kind of interested in getting the casting of Frank Stone, the Dead by Daylight story type game. But we'll see if I do for that. Our caravan's a flop. It's like hardly anybody ever does them. Caravans are an absolute, complete and utter, boring waste of time for the most part. The only reason to get a caravan is to get this gun that I'm holding currently. After that, you know, fuck them. I'm definitely a stim pack magnet. Do you mean in Space Marine, as in you're stealing people's? I just bought Disco Elysium and installed Inscription, both really unique and great games. I have Disco Elysium, I have just yet to play it. It's definitely my type of game though, so I will get round to it. I've been playing off of stream a lot, Baldur's Gate 3, so there is that as well. That's another game that we could play on stream and do a lot more of once, like, yeah. There's so many different things you can do with that game, so there's loads of different things we could play. If I got a bunch of people that wanted to play Baldur's Gate 3 together, we could also do that, and it would be hilarious as we do wacky shenanigans. But, you know, we'd have to see. We would have to see. Chicka chicka. Come on, spinny wheel bastard. Give me more stuff. I've been playing Baldur's Gate 3. It's a good game. It's a very good game. I keep imagining that voice that speaks to you in Baldur's Gate 3 in real life scenarios. The customer's a cunt. Smash his head in. You rip open his face and eat his flesh. Everyone else is shocked in horror. Spin the wheel. I fucking hate that wheel. To be fair, this event is kind of pish. Brahmin tipping.
Get them out of the area before the timer runs out.
Well, they've been pushed. It's annoying because the music for this event is completely copyrighted. I can't even play it without getting DMCA striked, which is very upsetting. So it just sounds like really quiet during this event. There was a child loose. I can hear him running around upstairs, little bastard. Well, it's been a while since I've seen Deathblows, since they were apparently made more dangerous. Not dangerous enough, it would seem. I think that might be them bejiggered. Yup. Oh well. This event is so lame. Like, lame's the only word I can think of. The biggest problem I've got at the moment is I have so many characters with over 4K script on them. And I have videos for Script My Pants already filmed, so there's no point in me making more videos quite yet. Because I literally have 2 weeks worth of Script My Pants videos filmed, but I have fucking about 30,000 script to spend. It's not even funny. It's genuinely not even funny. Like, I have so much script to spend. Right. I think I know what I'm going to do. Since we don't have an eviction notice, let's do the obvious thing of heading into an expedition. Dad filled his pants with script. I mean, my pants are made entirely of script at the moment. They are just script pants.
Touching down.
Your time emerges once more.
If anybody else wants to join in for the expeditions, definitely join the party.
Game and meet your true self.
Chicka chicka.
Unveil your
Don't know why I keep doing that.
capabilities.
I've also become addicted to opening Pokemon card packs, which I've even like fucking bought top loaders and other shit to collect them and things like that again. So it's, yeah, it's becoming a real problem. My wife may divorce me. You never know. Oh, I'm so gassy today. But yeah, pretty much a big part of what I'm going to be doing gear-wise and with my legendary script and everything is I am working towards building sets of armor for the expeditions. Because that is, not the expeditions, the raids. Because that's going to be the be-all and end-all of content after this, I expect. Don't get me wrong, it could be a massive flop, and it could be that we don't get enough rewards from it, and therefore it's not worth doing repeatedly, but it looks fun. It does look fun. I'm just a little bit disappointed that melee is not involved in said fun. You little bastards. Wait a minute, what the fuck? I thought it said you were pruned. I'm very confused now.
And now, for the second act.
My friends want me to get COD 6 when it comes out, but I just screamed for the Emperor.
Down the chutes and into
I mean,
the
I don't blame you.
souls.
The Emperor of Mankind will see you through. The Emperor protects. You should get TCG Simulator. I saw you link that. I have zero interest in that.
Consider it personal. You owe me a rematch.
Like, I like trading card games, but I like physical, actual cards. That's kind of the thing that I like about it, is the real thing in my hand. I just can't get into anything TCG based that isn't like real cards. Like I've tried playing Hearthstone, I've tried playing God, what's that other one? The Yu-Gi-Oh one, but it just doesn't appeal to me unless it's physical, actual cards. It's very much not my thing. There's something about having like an actual thing in your hand, you know, an actual card, you know, things that you can shuffle and fiddle around with, and I just, yeah, I just don't like things that aren't. It's like card games used to be my fidget spinner, I suppose the best way. I used to sit with my deck, easy now, with my deck and shuffle it when I was just sitting watching TV and things like that. Just a habit that formed, and now that I've got card packs again, it's kind of forming that habit again. Blackjack videos, not blackjack, trading cards, not fucking like gambling. I got the last piece of solar armor today, not top tier, but I have a new build for it. Very nice. If you do play Phasmophobia, I'd finally be able to use my dusty old laptop again. Why would you be able to use your dusty old laptop again? Like, specifically, why would you be able to use your dusty old laptop? Because dusty old laptop implies that you've got a computer that isn't dusty and old. And now that I think about it, the Phasmophobia Halloween stuff might be up by now. Since it's October. It's always something that confuses me with these kind of things. Why do we not have all the Halloween stuff in Fallout 76 now that it's October? I need to go to a vendor after this, because this guy is dangerously close to max caps. Remember top trump cards? Are they still going? Yes! Top trump cards are still a thing. If I go into any of the toy stores that are near me, either Smith's or The Entertainer, they still sell them. I think the only game I had on it was Phasmophobia. I also primarily play on Xbox. The only game you had in your PC was Phasmophobia. You just like being scared by ghosts. It's a good game. It is a really fun game though. You awake to bed?
Right now, we just getting
Okay. Kenobi's got a glowing rifle. We might get out in time for the event. We would have done already if it weren't for this little shitbag. I hate you. Literally, I hate you. And you're running around. What the hell did that? Yeah, stop stunning my freaking NPC, you little bastards. Cosplay videos work well. Just saying. What do you mean cosplay videos work well, Hangry? I'm pretty sure I downloaded it to use with my... Jesus Christ, user. You definitely like fucking shitting your pants. I've always been tempted to get a VR headset. Like, genuinely been tempted. But also, if I get a VR headset, I have to play games that will make me keek my pants. Like, there's no other options. Like, I have to get a game that will make me shit my pants. You're ready? You ready to die? Is that what you're ready for, you little bastard? Cheeky little shit threw a grenade at me. Kenobi's just going on a murderous rampage as I loot ammo. Come on, finish. Actually, it would probably make sense if I run to the... Oh, never mind. Which means I can get here, open the door as quickly as possible, get on the winner's stage, shoot these two bastards in the face. Hey! He came at me like Usain Bolt on fucking methamphetamine. There we go. In theory, we can get out just as the event ticks. Kenobi really likes humping Mother Charlotte. I'm not quite sure why. Moonshine Jambo. Why won't you? What?
Night, Daddy.
Night night, buddy. I'm thinking you cosplaying as Wasteland characters while playing, or maybe a Space Marine, could be a turning point for your channel. Hangry, what the fuck? How the hell could I possibly cosplay as a Space Marine? Do you understand how jacked I would have to be? It's physically impossible for me to cosplay as a goddamn Space Marine. Right, let's run to a vendor of some sort. This character has absolutely zero room for money. I played with my friends once. They made me go into the basement by myself, and I was the only one playing VR. I mean, like, you put a VR headset on, you definitely had to do the scariest of shit. Like, I would have made you do that. Like, get in the basement, you VR headset wearing bastard. You live by the sword, you die by the sword. You want to poop your pants, don't you? Wow, what an absolute load of garbage we got from that. Right. I don't really want to go to Moonshine Jamboree, but I do very much need to spend money. Let's see. That guy has 14 weapons. Let's go see if he's got anything worth getting. Because yeah, I need to spend cash on this character, otherwise I'm bejuggered. Oh, they've made a spooky house. I like it. I do like the Iron Maiden. Just random woman in a tube. Get all that in the bucket. Right. Vendor, that's what I was looking for. I was like, why did I come to this camp? Nah, there. Items are kinda lame. Well, lame prices. I'm a cheap bastard, let's be honest. Oh yeah, totally. It was so fun, but my VR broke shortly after for completely unrelated reasons. This is one thing that I've seen about anybody that, for example, streams VR games. They you know, somehow, and through likely no fault of their own, seem to break shit very often. Who would have known blindfolding someone essentially and getting them to play scary video games would result in them breaking shit? Who could have known? God, the prices in the... I'm just gonna fucking go and buy some shite from the stations. That seems to be the simplest thing. Just buy some Assaultron keycards. That's probably the smoothest way to avoid me spending too much... Well, not spending too much caps. Having too many caps. I keep picking these up. I don't... Like, literally, it's like a fidget device for me. I just keep picking them up and trying to shuffle them. Right. Get that. That's a point. I should probably sell stuff as well. Which kind of defeats the purpose of me coming here. But, you know, I probably should. Well, actually, I could buy some junk that I might use in the near future. Don't know why I looked at that, but... Yeah, I can't sell Enclave stuff. I've been looking for Enclave mods as well. I need mainly stocks and the reflex site for some weapons and some videos that I have planned coming up, but it literally just depends on if I can find them or not. If I don't find them, then it's not the end of the world, but it is a bit of a pain in the arse when things do not go to plan. Getting the fucking ballistic fiber, you little bastards. There we go. May as well go to that event now. But yeah, no, Phasmophobia is a proper laugh. But I need more than one person to play it with me, so I need to have people online to play it, which is the real kind of problem. Same kind of thing applies to Lethal Company. I need people online to play that as well. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. There's also Resident Evil, and as I said, the casting of Frank Stone's another one that we could potentially play. Maybe Alien Isolation, but I'll need to see if that, what the skinny is with that. I know you guys love seeing me shit myself. Hey Evernav, how you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. What is cracking? You shut up about your bones. The wife complaining that her bones are cracking. She knows what she said. God, these things are exploding like hell. I almost shit myself while playing Alien Isolation. Well, I might actually shit myself then. Though it could end up being like Five Nights at Freddy's, where I got used to the jump scares after like half an hour. And then I was just kind of like, huh. Because literally, if you watch the actual footage of that, it is quite literally me being scared for half an hour, and then for the other half an hour, I was just completely unfazed. It was a fun game to play, mind you. Now, when the next event triggers, I might go hunting for eviction notices. Because, I'm going to be honest, my main focus in the game at the moment is to learn as many legendary effects as possible, and to get my armor sets done on all my characters. I mean, I've got weapons. I've got weapons up the arse with everything. I have weapons for fucking days. But it's armor sets that I need to work on, and more specifically, damage resisting armor sets. So I need to make a bunch of Sentinels armor sets. Luckily, I managed to learn Sentinels on another character earlier today. My main character that has Sentinels on it is freaking absolutely unhinged and deranged because he's got so much, well, so little modules, because I already crafted them all and used them all. But for this next patch, we definitely need to get some Sentinels armor on a bunch of different characters in order to make them ready for this next patch. And that's something I would recommend everybody does, getting some damage resisting armor specifically. Like weapon weight of course as well, but yeah. I think everybody's gonna struggle in these expeditions if they don't have better gear in order to take more damage. Especially if you're like standing in fucking fire. And I know there's gonna be a bunch of people out there that haven't done like raids in games like World of Warcraft and other things where there are very specific things you need to dodge and move out of the way, and patterns to learn, all manner of different things. And this is only the start of the raid mechanics that I expect we're going to see in the future, but yeah, we definitely need to relearn how to play this game a little bit. It's going to be a whole new world, whole new outlook and aspect. But what's everybody think about the new stuff, the raids and the different mechanics? Have any of you played the PTS and done anything like that? Would Overeaters do for raids? I think you're going to need more than Overeaters, realistically. Like, don't get me wrong, if you have Overeaters power armor, you'll probably be fine. But if you have Overeaters regular armor, I don't know if it'll be enough. Like, you'd have to be avoiding... Like, it depends on your build as well, because in the next patch, builds are going to be a lot more important, and specifically stacking certain stats are going to be a lot more important. Luck, like luck on your armor, might actually be low-key a really, really good play. But until the patch is live, until we actually know what's going on with it, we can't really say for certain. Because there's a lot of things that might change, that might get adjusted, might get tweaked, might get removed, might get completely reworked. You know, we've got till December till this thing comes out, but there's so many different things that are viable and usable. And in power armor, stacking luck might actually be worth doing on a bloodied build, but it also might be worth doing on a non-bloodied build as well. It's very difficult to say what's gonna be what until we get the chance to actually play with it. Hey Danny, how are you getting on? Welcome. What's crack-a-lackin'? We need more people to fucking grab piss and fill the bath. Oh, fuck. That stupid poison. Eh. Can't even go anywhere. Literally everywhere. Right, let's see if we can chuck some in the bath. 8 more to go, 1 more wave.
Destroying stills are not good for making moonshine. Need I say more?
But yeah, overeaters on its own will not be enough for a certain username. Like, you're going to need a little bit more of an edge than just overeaters. What specifically you'll need, I couldn't honestly tell you. Like, I don't think anybody can realistically tell you because we don't know what the end iteration of this patch is going to be. One thing I will say is that currently there are people that have managed to solo the new raid, which means that there are some bugs and there's some things that are not intended that will need to get fixed. And if people are able to solo it, they'll make it harder. Cavaliers on power armor. Well, Cavaliers is a good setup in general. Like, if you're gonna be moving about and running, then Cavalier is a good idea. If you're gonna be standing still, Sentinels is the much better idea. So it really depends on your style of play. Like on melee, Cavaliers is definitely the go-to thing to use. But on like a heavy gunner, you're probably better off just using Sentinels because you can just sit there and put on a vampire weapon and become immortal. The mole miner part looks hard. The mole miner part is the main part that stops you from soloing it most of the time. However, they've figured out that some of the medic's weapons, and I reiterate some, not all of them, actually heal the mining drill. So, due to some cheese and some shenanigans, you technically can solo that event because of it. So yeah, like that is the biggest part that stops you from soloing it, but through a bug you can do it. But yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts on it. The middle effects on armor are kind of up in the air, because it's either going to be endurance that I want in my armor, or AP refresh. Like, I think endurance, AP refresh, and you might find in future patches luck might be a stat that everybody stacks, because luck is going to affect how effective ricochet and serendipity are. There's a bunch of different perks and a bunch of different things that are going to be affected by luck. But whether, like, that's... in the current setup, it has quite big diminishing returns. But what it is going to be like at the end of the patch, well, when the patch actually launches, and what it is like now are two very different things. So we need to wait and see what happens with a bunch of things like that. Griffin always tries to ambush me on the way out of this event. But yeah, there's lots of different things that could change in the patch. We don't know anything clear-cut yet. And Bethesda is listening, so if anybody does have any suggestions for the patch, I would head on over to the Bethesda Discord and give them your 2 cents. Not necessarily says that they're going to do anything about it, but, you know, at least if you get it out there, you can't say you didn't try. Though my main kind of problem I have with it is that the new raids almost completely exclude anybody using melee. And that's the biggest problem with it. Like, melee cannot function inside those things for the most part. So they really need to work on that. And I've got a couple of ideas in regards to how they could fix it. For example, when it comes to the event itself, for anybody that's played World of Warcraft, there is a boss fight in a raid called Ulduar, where there's a guy called Forum. And what happens is you get him to come down, he attacks the main group, and then everybody, well, a group of people run off into a side tunnel. These people activate the side tunnel, and then basically it kind of initiates the end game of the event. You could have a similar mechanic there. There is also the oh, thank you for the membership, RZ Enterprise. It's very appreciated. Welcome to the Dad's Army. How are you getting on? It's very appreciated. So yeah, thank you very much. But yeah, what was the thing? So yeah, there's that. There's also the snake boss. What they could do is during that event they could have like these, you know during the, oh god, what's the name of that boss? The big giant mole rat. Now that thing, during that boss fight, they have like a bunch of crystals that pop up throughout it. They could have had that for the stupid other thing, for the snake. And with the snake, you could have it so that only melee can damage these crystals. And once the melee have damaged the crystals enough, the boss gets stunned, falls over, and then comes into melee range, which then includes the melee players in the fight. There's so many ways that they could have done it to involve, you know, everybody, instead of the way they've done it there. Like, they genuinely need to do something to involve melee players. Hello, Robert Zimmerman here. Thanks, all good. Well, it is very appreciated, Robert. Hope you're having a great day. Hope everyone's doing grand. Hey, Glitter, how are you getting on, man? Welcome to the stream. What's crack-a-lacking with you? And do I want to go to Ultrasight Titan? That's the one. People hate the mole rat for the crystals. Yeah, Tachanka, people hate the mole rat for the crystals because they're a mandatory thing. But if you add these crystals on as an extra mechanic, not in a mechanic that you need to do to actually attack the Ultrasight Titan, like, it's just something that if you destroy these crystals, it stuns them, and only melee can break the crystals, then it would give you a reason to have melee players there. It would give a reason, and a reason for melee players to be included. Because as it exists right now, melee players cannot hit the boss without using like a shitload of canned coffee and a jetpack. It's completely just arse backwards. They need to introduce mechanics that involve melee players. Because if you're doing that, there'll be players out there who literally only play melee. Therefore, you're saying they can't join in to the raids. And forcing people to play something they don't want to play is just a load of nonsense as well. Yeah, my day just started. I live in New Zealand. Nice! How is New Zealand faring today? I've been to Australia, but I've not been to New Zealand. I've met a bunch of Kiwis, mind you. But never been to there myself. Ooh, you die, you little bugger. There we go. Right, what we're going to do is we are going to quickly jump... What the hell? We're going to quickly jump server, see if we can get a eviction notice. Because that's what we want. We want some eviction notices tonight. And some good items. Because there is nothing like a fucking eviction notice for getting your legendaries world full. What the fuck? Join anybody. Have you ever played any of the Metal Gear games? If so, are you excited for the Metal Gear Solid 3 remake? I've played pretty much all of them, Justin. I'm trying to think if there's any that I haven't played. Played Snake Eater, played 4, played 5. Is it 5? Played Phantom Pain. Yeah, I played all of them. If I'm honest, I'm not really that excited for it because remakes quite often have disappointed me in the past while. So yeah, I mean, it's nice that they're putting some love into it, but you know that kind of way where I wish they'd just make some new ones. I mean, it pissed me off when they didn't finish Phantom Pain properly. I mean, Phantom Pain was meant to have some DLC out of it. And that game was amazing. That game was absolutely freaking bonkers. And it's that kind of way where I just don't want to play a game that I've already played again. It's very much a case of I want a new story, not the story I've already dealt with. And there's too big of a thing that game companies are doing these days, where all they are doing is remaking like the games they know that people already love. And I don't need to play that game again. I would really like for them to make a new fucking game that isn't pish. But that seems to be a very difficult thing to do as well. Like, think of all these big game companies that are releasing these big AAA games, and they are the biggest pile of dog shit. Did I get the Grim Reaper? Yes, I did, prisoner. I got the Grim Reaper. I couldn't resist. I mean, I'm a massive fucking edgelord. I love Grim Reaper shit. Anything with skulls on it. Then again, that's probably why I like Warhammer as well. Skulls everywhere. Better than Florida. What's going on in Florida is insane at the moment. Absolutely insane. One of the things I saw was literally a house being bisected by a telephone pole. And I need to add that the house was moving, the telephone pole wasn't. And you just saw this house just go... And yeah, if your house is mobile and being bisected by a telephone pole, you've got some serious problems. But yeah, I'm glad I live where I do, because we don't really get hurricanes. And if we do, they are like the most mildest of mild. Hurricane light. And sure, we get like nothing. Absolutely nothing. Right, come on, eviction notice, you absolute bugger. Yeah, the flood footage is nuts every time, no matter where it is. Yeah, some of the stuff is genuinely horrifying. I think when it comes down to it, you know, you have to be glad that you're not involved in those places. The wife's just hanging out. You've got something to say it. They're just staring at me. She's staring at me. I'll put the camera on you.
Yeah. All about.
Yeah, that got her a fucking move. I saw a guy in a canoe in his house. Yeah. Do you know how to join the Enclave in Fallout 76 roleplay group? I am on PlayStation. Could you help me out? Do you know how to join the Enclave in Fallout 76 roleplay group? I have no idea. If you mean like the Enclave in the game, I know how to do that, but I have no idea how you join the like an Enclave in a roleplay group. I know there's there's a bunch of people on Twitter that do a bunch of stuff involving that. But I am not involved with that community, unfortunately. Fuck it, let's go to Uranium Fever. It's done and got me down. I'm not in trouble for something, she just sometimes listens to me talking shite. Trust me, when I'm in trouble, she'll throw something at my head. Right, let's get into a group. Where is that terminated management personnel? I think he's already dead. Oh, no. What? Huh? Where is it? I need that legendary. No? Eh? Nope. I'm guessing I got here too late. Witch head? Both of them, samurai. Both of them. I'd be lying if I said I took part in any role-playing. Definitely not my forte. The only role-playing I ever take part in is like D&D, and it's I've not played D&D or anything like that in years. The closest I get to D&D's Baldur's Gate. Tried to join the Nextless Enclave. I filled out their application, but I haven't heard anything from them. Well, the only thing I could say is be patient. I mean, some of these Discord groups get absolutely hundreds of people applying to them. On top of that, you have to remember there's quite a lot of people that just go in deliberately to troll them and mess with them. So they're probably very paranoid. Tachanka? That doesn't even happen. But yeah, no, I'd give it some time. And I'd ask around. I mean, when you're in certain communities or Discord servers, I mean, the best way to show that you're serious about joining it is just hang out and, you know, speak to people. Because if you do that, typically they're more likely to trust you in that instance. When you pop in, just immediately put an application and people are a little bit more, what's the word? Suspicious. To be fair, the closest I get to Fallout roleplay is a trip to Glasgow. It looks like Appalachia after a nuke. Boo, boo, boo. Hopefully we can get a god drop from here. That would be really interesting if I got the 2 masks and the bungee jumpsuits. One of the biggest problems with events these days, especially with an event like this, is that there aren't enough enemies. Like, it's not difficult enough anymore. Because more people are going to events and, you know, actually taking part in them because, you know, there's the module rewards from everything. Less people are actually showing up to, more people are showing up to events, and as a result, there's less for everybody to do. I mean, if I remember, like, a year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, nobody showed up to Uranium Fever half the time. The capital Wasteland looks nicer than Glasgow sometimes, to be honest. Yeah. The capital Wasteland's safer than Glasgow most times. I mean, at least in Fallout 3, if something's attacking you, you know it's actually after resources or food, not just because it wants to kill you. In Glasgow, it's just because they want to kill you. But yeah, it feels like there's nothing really to do during this event. Like, me and a couple of friends have been taken to doing eviction notice on private servers. Because we figured out, like, eviction notice has quite a high chance of popping on your private server if you've just booted it up. And because it pops so often, we all go into private server. And then what happens is, the event pops, we all go in, and we get a shitload more legendaries out of it, and a shitload more items. So yeah, it's one of those things where I would definitely recommend doing eviction notice in a private server if you've got access to one.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output
Got a Medic's 25 weight ultrasight Gatling laser this morning. Rats? Like, if you like medics, good. I'm not a big fan of it, personally. I'm still not entirely sold on it being a good effect, on the basis that it still requires me to shoot, like, people in my team, or them to shoot me, and, you know, that way where I just don't feel like people are going to bother in a lot of cases. It just seems like a slightly wasted effect. But then, in the raids, it might be more viable. That might be where it gets its viability in raids. I try my best to tag so everyone gets a hit. That's pretty much what I try and do. But at the same time, most people are just like fucking instantly murdering everything. Some aren't worth doing, like tea time. Oh yeah, there's a bunch of events in this game that need to be completely reworked and revamped. Distinguished guests especially. I think Distinguished Guests needs to have like a complete rework to the event in total. Like, I think as it exists, it is not good. It needs to be completely destroyed and rebuilt from the ground up. I mean, the thought process I had for it is what you could do is you could make it a faction hub. So that location, you could bring in the Gormon's Raider faction, the cannibals again. And there you could have a bunch of quests that you could do involving cannibal stuff. And the event could revolve around the Gormons getting ready for, you know, dinner. And it involves you killing things and gathering meat and bringing it back to them. And it could be that there's just like a load of blood eagles that attack the place, and that's what they're going to eat is the blood eagles or anything like that. So there's loads of different things they could do with it. But that event needs a complete overhaul. Tea Time just needs some better rewards and just to be, you know, more mobby. Because when it comes to Tea Time, it's just, there's not enough mobs at all. And it's just a very out-of-date event. A lot of the old ones are very out of date. I mean, like, see if you've just made Tea Time like Monster Mash. It pops up, it appears, you can go to it if you want. Fine. But as it exists right now, it's just such a boring event. It's hard to tag when you crit 1600. It very much is. Medic's Fat Man, shoot the crowd. Why, though, Nox? Why? Just like, I shall heal you by force. Boom. I think a support role will fit me better for the raids, just trying my hardest to stay alive and using medic's weapons and sharing perks. But see, my thought process is there's so many different things you could do in a support role in the expeditions. So first off, you could run some sort of cryo weapon with suppressors and basically just freeze the bosses and the enemies in place. There's also the factor that you can obviously use medics' explosive weapons in order to heal people with extreme force. So there's just so many different things you could do. But it's hard to say how useful it's going to be, because I honestly think that the raids are going to be, well, at least the first one is going to be reduced to triviality very quickly. Like, I honestly, in my heart of hearts, feel like someone's going to find a way to make it absolutely fucking trivial and not hard at all. Campfire Tales is another not worth keeping. Honestly, they need to add more legendary spawns. The problem with a lot of events is there is a block on legendary enemies spawning. Like, most events in the forest area, like this whole section of the map, anything that spawns around here, nothing can spawn as a legendary for the most part. And blocking the legendary spawns is one of the biggest problems with all those events. The fact is, when it comes to an event like Eviction Notice, the only reason we bother going to it, and the only reason why people consider it to be the best event, is that it spawns a shitload of legendaries. In terms of what the event is, it's not any more fun or less fun than most of the other Horde events. It's just a case of it's got the biggest reward for the least amount of effort. But if you made all events like a fraction of Eviction Notice, then no one would hunt for Eviction Notice, because all events would give you a similar amount of legendaries. Like, and you brought Eviction Notice down to the same level as them. What they need to do is they need to buff all events and nerf Eviction Notice accordingly with it, instead of just like nerfing Eviction Notice. Like, for example, if every event could give you a chance of getting 10 legendaries, everybody would go to every event, even distinguished guests, even Tea Time, even Campfire Tales. But because they don't, no one goes to them. And on top of that, our damage is so high at this point that we insta-kill 90% of enemies at 90% of events. So there is a lot of things that need rebalanced, reworked, and redone. And they are doing a good job of it. I mean, the stuff they're doing with the perks right now is absolutely amazing. Like, I don't know how much you guys have looked into it, but they are actually making certain things matter that didn't. Like, the fact is, endurance is going to be low-key one of the best like stats to dump your legendary perks, like your legendary special stats in. Like, it is low-key gonna, like, endurance is gonna be so good. I mean, Life Giver is gonna go down to 1 star, and then you're going to be able to, like, just buff your health by a huge amount by putting Life Giver. Hey Neely, how are you getting on? I've started just smashing expeditions constantly for modules and few legendaries. Like, don't get me wrong, expeditions is a good thing to do, but nothing can beat an eviction notice. No matter, like, literally nothing beats an eviction notice. Because it takes you, what? How many fucking eviction? How many, God, I'm forgetting the name of it. How many of them to get the same as 1 eviction notice? Like 5? 6? An eviction notice takes 10 minutes, so it is one of those things where I heavily recommend, like, if you know how to farm eviction notice, it is very easy to get them consistently. I mean, there's been many days where I've got 8 of them in a row, and I don't care what anyone says, when it comes to getting legendaries, there is no better method. And when it comes to expeditions, you're better off spamming encrypteds. Like, you can infinitely spam encrypteds quicker. So getting modules via encrypted is much easier. Expeditions has its place and has a kind of place in the game that should exist, but nothing beats eviction notice is encrypted. Encrypted is the best for modules. Eviction notice is the best for legendaries. But yeah, what are you doing, Neely? It used to be hard to get good weapons to drop, but because the eviction notice is so good, now none of the others seem good anymore. Oh yeah, 100%. 100%, Danny. Like, eviction notice has made every other event kind of pointless. Which is why what they need to do is nerf eviction notice by, like, 80%, but buff every other event by the same amount that you've buff every other event by that 20% of eviction notice. Like, if every event dropped 5, 6, 10 legendaries, everybody would show up to every event. Like, there's only a few events that I deem as worthwhile. Eviction notice, encrypted, the nukes, and then test your metal. Every other event is just a complete and utter waste of my time. Because what's the point? Like, what is the point when you've got an event that can give you 30 odd legendaries? Oh, I actually swapped to the wrong character. We need the big chungus, because there's no way I can do it on my own if no one shows up to help me. Right, that's tea time on that one. Let's get out of here. Not to mention now you can easily make what you want. Yeah, like, weapons aren't the hard part. The hard part is still, like, your armor. Armor is and always will be the hardest thing to get. 8 campfire, feed the people, distinguish guests. Feed the people needs to be turned into an event that you can activate, like, God, what's it called? The Blue Ridge Caravan one. Like, if you could activate that event, then it would be a lot better. Because if it was an event that you could just set up and run, then you wouldn't have to worry about low-level players, high-level players going to it. Because Feed the People was really good in the beginning of when we first started playing Fallout 76. Because XP food wasn't easy to come by. It wasn't like something that grew on trees. There was only a couple of ways for you to get it and or make it. But now that, you know, there's so many different XP foods, then there's no point in having, like, Feed the People. Like, for higher level players. For new players, it's perfectly fine and works really well. But for, like, somebody of my level and somebody that's playing and looking for the same stuff I'm looking for, completely fucking pointless. Like, an absolute useless event. Because why would I go to it? Like, what am I going to get out of it? I'm not going to get a single legendary because it's blocked in that area. At the end, I'm going to get some of the shittiest XP food in the game. Oh, there's an eviction notice on my alt. I'm gonna need to... God damn it. Of course it would be on my alt. And when I'm in a loading screen, let's see. Come on, load you bugger. Oh, come on, you absolute fuck knuckle. I hate the way... Urgh! Of course it would be fucking full as I try and go in. My alt's in, that's the problem. But of course it would be full when I go to try and go in. I probably would have got in if the game wouldn't fucking stop doing that thing where it bounces your freaking thing up and down. Instead of just letting me get into the world when I tried to. This is the thing about Fallout 76. There's so many UI problems with it that they really need to work on. Because it fucking annoys me when I try and get into a server and it won't let me actually join on my own fucking character. Rage. I can always hope somebody leaves the server, but I doubt that's going to happen. To be fair, world was full for me. Well, it wouldn't... Like, if it let me join when I could have joined, it would have been fine. It would have been fucking fine. Like, they all still get loot. He's in there already, but it's still fucking annoying to me. Absolute horseshit game. Let's just try and look for another one. That's the only thing I can do. It's just going to aggravate me if I sit in that queue. But yeah, like, Fallout 76 has came a long, long way from what it was. But there's still things that really piss me off. Really fucking piss me off. And that is one of them. Like, the UI is one of the worst UIs in every fucking game I've ever played. Because it doesn't work. Like, it fucking bounces around and does things that... The thing is, Nox, I wasn't using my mouse for the most part. I was trying to do it with the keys, but it still doesn't do it. Because sometimes it just lags out and doesn't decide to do what it wants to do. We're going to look for another bloody event. Because I don't want that one. Why does the ammo crate have to be the size of a Frigadier? It's huge and bulky. I wish they'd given more skill for the special card stand too. There's just little things. Yeah, there's a lot of random things that they could put a little bit more time into in the game. Don't get me wrong, like they are definitely improving the game, but there's some frustrating shit that's been in the game from the very beginning that has not been... No, not distinguished guests. No. No. Yeah, I knew that one would be full because that's the one my alt's in. Yeah, well, they do need more skins for certain things. Like, for example, there's some weapons out there that never had a skin. Like, God, what's the radium rifle to this day has not had skin. Your mouse was on someone's name, input was switching back and forth. Yeah, but I wasn't using my mouse at the time. Like, my mouse was... I moved my mouse down, and then I started using the keys. But then it still bounced up, because the person's... Like, the actual names swap places. Like, as people go in and out of servers, it makes them bump up and down and things like that. Instead of just having it, like, set to alphabetical order, for example. But because the mouse was there, like, it did what it did, which was annoying. Right, we'll do one more jump and see if we can get something. And I'm just going to keep trying to jump to that eviction notice server just in case somebody's left. Nope, I got my hopes up there for a split second. But after 6 minutes, the chances of us getting another event are quite slim. But that's going to be what we're doing tonight. Just trying to do eviction notices, try and get more legendaries, try and get crazy stuff. The end mission with Johnny and the Raiders has been broken forever. They don't fix anything ever, only break other things. That's not true, Danny. That is not true. They have fixed a bunch of things in the past while. You have to remember that the team that's currently working on the game is not the team that started the game off. And unfortunately, they came into this situation with a game that was absolutely broken to bits. They can't fix everything in a day, and as the saying goes, Rome wasn't built in a day. And I don't expect them to be able to fix all the years worth of neglect this game got so quickly. But they've been doing a good job of it. Like, they have managed to fix a lot of shit that has been broken for the longest time. And that's the kind of thing. Like, they have been fixing stuff that has been broken for years. So I think they've done quite a good thing. And as for the power armor HUD, that power armor HUD was ugly and always was ugly, and I never fucking used it in the first place. So I can't say I give two shits if it's broken. Because I fucking hated it. Granted, that doesn't, like, negate your point, but I hated it, and therefore I don't care. Yeah, a lot of the original team went off to do Starfield, and we can see the glory of what their fucking work did there, can't we? Wow, what a fucking resounding meh. So many things take the piss. I mean, that's Fallout 76 for you though, isn't it? I mean, nothing takes the piss like this game on launch. Nothing. Like, that fucking version of the game properly extracted the urine. I'm gonna be honest. Like, this is something that we were... That man's on fire. We were watching today when me and Jeepers were doing eviction notices and things like that. Everybody with cremators doesn't use them right. Like, literally, they fucking spam that motherfucker constantly. When the reality is, the whole point of the cremator is you shoot it and you just wait. Like, if you're spamming the bloody thing constantly, you're constantly refreshing the dot on it. And just kind of wasting your own ammo and time. So many things they did. The Me Too, I just didn't know how to fix it for ages. Oh, yeah, like, the first thing, when I started using power armor, because when I first started playing 76, I kept away from power armor, it just wasn't something I was interested in. Then, when I finally decided to make power armor characters, like, I want to say a year in, I was like, no, that HUD is so ugly, I need to change it. Is there a way to change it? And then there was a way to change it, so yeah. I got rid of it, like, years ago. I've never used that HUD, it was just, ugh. It was a big part of the reason why I didn't like playing it either. Cremator is the new cancer after Legacy's cancellation. But yeah, the thing about cremators, it's not the cremator that's the problem. It's the way people use it that's the problem. Like, for example, there's a guy here with a bow and arrow that I can hear. And he is just spamming shots when there are no enemies about. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, literally, just see enemies, fire one shot, and then that's it. You don't need to spam fire shots constantly. And the thing is, like, you don't need to fire, like, 20 shots into one area. You just fire one shot, just be accurate with it. It's a perfect artillery weapon. Like, you can hit some enemies from some insane distance and round corners and all manner of different things with this damn thing. But people just don't use it properly. They haven't ruined the dot, Danny. Like, anybody tells you that the cremator's dot is bad, they're not using it on the right targets. Its dot was always bad on big targets, but see, against most enemies that you would use its dot on, perfect. Absolutely perfect. Kills 90% of enemies dead. Like, I've been using it at eviction notice all day. Well, not all day, but, you know, like, when we've had eviction notice today, I've used it a few times, and it works fine. It works absolutely fine. Oh, no, that eviction notice isn't done yet. It's got another 45 seconds. Sorry, I'm looking at my alt screen. Oh. You can also kill yourself quite easily with it if you're not paying attention. Please get me up, sir. Thank you, sir. May I have another? But yeah, it's the same, like, with any weapon in the game, and I said this about Legacies when they were at their peak. It's not the weapons that are the problem, it's the people that are using them to be dicks. And I would say auto grenade launchers and mini nukes are far more annoying at events than anything. And I mean literally anything. The amount of times I see somebody just spamming fucking rockets or grenades into bodies and knocking them off cliffs, and you're like, what the fuck is the point in that? And the point is just to be annoying. Like, people just want to do it so that people can't get all their loot, or just because they want to annoy them. On the bright side, I'm loving the old ticket lately. It's pretty fun. Is that the railway rifle one? Like the one that they reverted back. Well, I say they reverted. I don't know if that was intended or not. Where it's back at Bloodied. Ticket to Revenge, that's the one. Right, let's get the alt going, looting some eviction notice shit. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that's a bug or not, because they've not. I don't recall seeing them saying that they intended to do that. So that could be potentially a mistake, like an accidental revert. But then they did nerf the railway rifle, so then why would it matter? So I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, in theory, it should be absolutely busted and broken as it exists in its current form. Right. Sorry, I'm just sending my alt to a different server because I don't want them to be in a server where an eviction notice has just landed. What the fuck are you lot looking up at? I completely missed that one. There we go. Right, get this baby down. You can piss off, ghoul. I'd be sad, but I'm expecting the fix to the ticket. Yeah, I think that would be a wise thought to have. Because they didn't say they were doing it, but then, again, they nerfed the railway rifle, so it might be they were only having it that way until they finished, like, nerfing them. So I don't rightly know what the answer is to that. What's the point? Have I script out on this character today? Let's go take a quick wee check. And then we'll be jumping over to my private server in a little second to try and get an eviction notice again. But yeah, it's hard to know what things are fixes and what things are bugs in this game sometimes. Boop. That, and that. Definitely keeping that. That is pish. Also pish. Nope, keep that, keep that. Keep that. And that. Both of yours are waiting, nice. Are you back in the chat? Or are you... just... no, you're not in the chat. Boop, and boop. Alright. See if there's any quick events to do in this server before I jump over to my private. Not really anything I can do quick enough, or, well, there's one that I could potentially do quick enough, but probably not worth trying. It's just a guaranteed pain in the arse if I go into, like, an event and then can't complete it, and then the event pops, and then shenanigans. Building world. I see nothing. I don't see nothing. I see everything. What do you mean you were never there? You were always there. Lurking in the shadows. Waiting. Then Bubba sneaks up on you and you shit your pants. Right. Hopefully we can get something good. But we've had some decent runs with eviction notice lately. I do enjoy an eviction notice. We're also waiting on hearing back from the good people at Funcom to see if we can get a beta code for Dune Awakening. Though I feel like if they do give me a beta code, I'm going to probably be given an NDA to sign, so I won't be able to talk about the game, but it would be interesting if we get into it. I look very much forward to that game when it comes out. Right, let's see if there's any little Radiant events I can do on this server while we wait. I am not going to Irrational Fear, that is just going to be bollocks. So let's head on over to the Foundation Outpost and shoot some shits. And shit some FumCon? What do you mean FumCon? It's FunCom. If Dune is co-op, count me out. What do you mean if it's co-op? I'll count you in. Would you? It's an MMO, man. It's literally an MMO. So it's gonna be like we're gonna be able to build bases together and shit and fight people and set sandworms on them. I dig that we can get the 5-piece covert stealth bonus from the armor and still have a jetpack with the covert mask, even though a lot of the old players are salty about having the mask more accessible. I mean, the covert mask has been accessible for... God, was it Steel Dawn or Rain that came in? So that covert scout mask has been accessible for a long, long time. And even then, technically, the scout mask from the Vault, Vault 90... Well, the solar armor scout mask, that has also existed as well for bullion rewards since before that. And on top of that, you can put a skin on it. So the scout masks have been accessible for a long, 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 long time. Like, you've been able to have them on for a while. It's Fallout 1's birthday today. Game is older than me. Fucking hell. You don't want to say that. Nothing on mine either. So, we'll jump here and see if we can find something. It was daily only, I thought. No. Well, you've got a chance of getting it every day, but the covert mask, I'm fairly certain you can get from Minerva as well. But no, I forget what the vault number is, but you've been able to get those masks in different ways for ages. It's been years since those masks have been available to everybody. It's the thing about the scout masks, like the urban and the forest one, like they're the only rare ones that exist. So if you see somebody wearing a forest or an urban one, that is rare. That is very rare. But if you see any other ones, then, you know, is what it is. Come on, motherfucker, give me an eviction notice. Just jump to everybody on my friends list. See who's got it. But yeah, for example, Jeepers was very lucky recently. He did 2 Uranium Fevers and got the God Drop, where you get two masks and 3 jumpsuits. So there's lots of different ways that you can potentially get the masks. More ways than one. Right, God damn it. There we go. Just keep following them around on there. Facts, the unban, the urban and forest are still rare. Oh yeah, they're still very rare. I've never got them to drop for me. It's been fucking... When was this game released? That long. And I still haven't fucking found one. So yeah, like, the drop rate on them is very low. Thank you. It's unfortunate, but, you know, what can you do? Who have I not jumped to? Kind of waiting on my ult going into a server just to see. I don't want to do guided meditation. I really don't want to do guided meditation. Right, oh, you motherfucker. There we go. The frame rate on that vault door is looking really slow. But yeah, there's so many items in the game that have always been a little bit awkward to find. I mean, there's the mutated events was meant to drop the urban and the forest scout mask, but I've yet to hear anybody to get them from it. Test your metal on my ult. I'll head over there after this. If either of my servers doesn't load an eviction, I'll head over to test your metal. Right. Ah, world full, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Is what it is, I suppose. I see Kenobi's in a private server. I don't think he's trying to do eviction notice on his own, but there's always a chance he went AFK and it spawned. Oh God, the wife's out the back garden and it's frozen out there. Oh, you got tea time. Ugh. Come on, give me an event that's not distinguished guests, you absolute bastard. We're not having much luck tonight. We're really not having much luck tonight. Normally we've found more than one test your metal at this point. Not test your metal, eviction notice at this point. But it is what it is. Right, come on, what event do we have? It's enlightenment, I don't want to do that. Let's just do a real blast at Welch. Oh, I think I just completed something there.
Nest of vermin congregating topside.
Oh, yeah, my sound is on. Going to set up a robot nuke on main. Alrighty, I'll head on over to your character after I have done a real blast. Also got the ult set up on a random server, so hopefully we can get something done in that realm. Or am I fucking lagging out and... Part of me feels like it's not going to load the server. We'll give it a minute or two, but we'll see. Saw the silver shroud outfit in the atomic. It looks sweet. I mean, if you like that kind of thing, the silver shroud outfit's awesome. Looking for a clean world first. I think my game's crashed. I genuinely think my game's crashed because I don't hear anything. And this loading screen's taking too long, so... Yeah. That definitely crashed. Bloody thing. Thank you. Hovering tea over me. If you end up spilling that, I'm gonna be fucking raging. Flip me off, you bastard. Just flipping me off camera. Hey, you were freaking hovering the tea. You were hovering the goddamn tea. Who is the desktop picture? Robo fucking Cop. It looks nothing like RoboCop. What items specifically are you looking towards grinding tonight? Well, the items I'm looking for are legendaries. Always legendaries. Primarily with either Sentinels, Explosive, and Weapon weight on. Whether we get them, whether we find any, yeah, it's hit or miss. I'm literally just grinding this game endlessly. Ooh, there's a uranium fever here. That'll be nearly finished. What do you mean I'm exiting uranium fucking fever? I'm trying to travel to uranium fever, you stupid game.
Hated them from me.
You're a Cyberman.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
Right. Make a party. God, this event got started very late. Right, let's swap to something less explodey. I mean, technically, that's exactly what that is. So get it up, you Tachanka. Not Tachanka. It was freaking Jeepers this time. Also, don't insult Sputnik. Their last time I did that, he timed me out. To be fair, you fucking deserved it. Which is another reason why I thought it was you that said that. No one insults Doctor Doom. No one. Not even Doctor Doom. Hey, Michael. For the Emperor we grind, for the Emperor we fall. Oh wait. Yes. This is the wrong for the Emperor moment. I mean, I might look like a Space Marine, but I am not a Space Marine. Like seriously, this apart from the fucking glowing head, he does sort of look like a Space Marine in this one. Excuse me, sir, you appear to be facing a wall. You've fucking heard of him, you know you have. Finally got bloody and explosive craftable after hundreds of scrap. Feels good. Keep going, it can happen off one scrap. Oh! You misunderstand, prisoner. You misunderstand so very much. I have explosive, I have sentinels, and I have weapon weight on multiple characters. Unfortunately, I've ran out of modules on those characters. So the characters that have modules are the ones I'm trying to get those effects on. Like, I have learned pretty much every effect by now. It's just I'm trying to get them on other characters to learn them. Like, I'm running with 6 characters, and yeah, I have been scrapping and doing a lot of fucking... You have no idea the amount of items I have scrapped. No idea. I mean, there was a video I did on the... It might have been launch day of this patch. And I think I scrapped over 1,000. And I say 1,000 because I'm just like probably underestimating how many I actually scrapped. But I learned a shitload of stuff. Like I am, yeah. I am literally just grinding more and more modules and more things, and it's a whole thing.
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Like, it's just the sheer amount of shit I've made since the patch is, yeah, terrifying.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed.
God damn it.
Output quantity increased.
I'm trying to get the last piece of Brotherhood Recon to drop out of Daily Ops. Good luck with it, gods. Daily Ops is a pain in the arse. And I'll be honest, I haven't touched that dog shit for absolutely ages. I absolutely detest doing Daily Ops. Like, that Daily Ops was not boring for like a week. But the fact that you can't, like, endlessly grind it for rewards, like, even the shit at the end of it, not even, like, the plans, but just the rewards you get for doing it is just absolute nonsense. Like, why can't I get script? Why can't I get modules from it constantly? Hey, not sure, how are you getting on, man? And yeah, Daily Ops does still suck. I absolutely hate it. It's got no reason to be such a fucking grind. Not when, like, they introduced expeditions, the better Daily Ops. And instead of just, like, you know, going, maybe we should make Daily Ops of a similar format, they decided to just keep it its old, terrible format. Which helps no one. I remember a few years ago grinding Daily Ops for the Crusader and Minerva selling it like a week or two after. Yeah, I remember freaking grinding for the Crusader pistol, the Hellfire missile launcher, and God, what was the other one? Oh, the plasma cutter and the freaking halberd. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not a fun grind. And you'd then learn it on characters that you couldn't use it on, or rather, you wouldn't use it on. Like, on my melee guy, I'd get the guns, and on my gun guys, I'd get the melee weapons. It was very aggravating. Main, staying on this world, alt on private. Alrighty, jeepers. Ooh. What I'll do is, closer to the time, if you've not launched the nuke yet, because I don't know how long you've got in that, I'll jump to my private to see if we get a doodly-doo, and then jump back. But we shall see. Depends on how far along with the nukes you are. That's the point. I have not dumped some shit in the bullion bucket today. Destiny 2 is dying slowly, so I've been hopping back and forth between it and Fallout 76. I love the new legendary crafting system. Yeah, it's got a lot of pushback, not sure. But typically the people that give pushback on it, their argument is usually, it's not very good for new players. It was like, how was the old system any good for new players? Like, genuinely, how was the old system any good for anybody at all? And literally the only argument I've seen that anybody's made is that the new system is not good for new players. But that's the whole point of being new. When you're new, you don't fucking have anything. So it's gonna be harder for you, as it rightly should. It's just silly. I don't understand the logic that people use behind it. Right, let's leave world, get my private set up, and hopefully we get a eviction notice on it. But yeah, is Destiny 2 dying because it's Ubisoft that runs it? Is it Ubisoft that runs Destiny? Am I being stupid? Or did they, or was it Bungie separated from them? Because I can't actually rightly remember anymore. They also say that if you get what you want, you won't play anymore. I've got 2 different characters with perfect armor and weapons, and I'm still playing. Saw a player yesterday that became a general level 15, blew my mind. Oh, it's easy enough to do. And gods, I agree. Like, saying that somebody's going to stop playing just because they've got like god roll weapons and god roll armor is insane. Because I've got multiple characters with god roll armor. I've had god roll weapons for a long, long, long time. And yeah, I still play. The only reason I stopped playing is because they released dog shit content and I didn't want to play. And to be fair, this month I've not played anywhere near as much as I played last month because the content they released this month was pretty much dog shit other than the crafting system. And the main thing I've done this month is take part in the crafting system. And just been grinding out gear. The next expansion though, this raid stuff is looking really, really promising. Especially if this is the first of many raids. Sony bought Bungie a while ago, though the problems with the game are nothing to do with Sony, all Bungie. Well, were the problems with Destiny 2 not, like, prolific when they were owned? Oh, it was Activision. It was Activision, because it was, like, it was on the Blizzard launcher, wasn't it? It was Activision that had their greedy mitts in them, originally. But yeah, like, what can you do? Like, it's a case of there's so many games out there at the moment, all fighting for our attention via this live service model. And the problem is that consistently people are just releasing dog shit. The worst thing about gaming at the moment is that multiplayer games are going down a very bad, dark path. And it's been doing that for like the best part of a decade now, at least. And I mean, if you want to play with people, if you want to play online, indie games are usually your best bet. And then there's games like this that have been neglected and forgotten about. And granted, this is I'd never say Fallout 76 isn't fun. It's one of the things that I think it is. It's a very fun game. But you can only hold my attention for so long with the same nonsense bullshit. You could argue that Bungie got worse after splitting with Activision. Which is stupid, because Activision is horseshit. The PvE mechanics on Destiny 2 are tired with stuff like damage gating. PvP and free aim feels good, but the weapon meta is rough. Ugh. It's why I like playing around with different weapons in this game and fucking around with different things. It's why I do all my weapon videos, because I like... So I've got a test your metal on my private, but there's also a test your metal on one of my alt servers. One of my alts? My alt server. Now this person always seems to be going to eviction notices, so I'm going to see if they find one. But yeah, no, I've heard good things about Destiny 2 in the past, but I've also equally heard terrible things about Destiny 2. So it's one of those situations where I've never bothered playing it. Like, Bungie lost my money ever gracing their doorstep with Destiny 1. Like, Destiny 1 was a big old pile of dog shit as far as I was concerned, and I just wasn't interested in dealing with it again. So, yeah, like, Destiny 1 lost my money to them for all time. The same reason that the Assassin's Creed franchise lost its money for me after Assassin's Creed 2. I haven't played a single Assassin's Creed game after that because, yeah, it was just dumb. It was just absolutely dumb that they removed an entire segment of the story in Assassin's Creed 2 and left it as DLC. Like, it just pissed me off to no end. I'll jump to one more server, Tim, then I'll jump to you. No, that's not. Why is it muting people? Actually, never mind. I'll just jump to you. The best thing to do. I'll get the alt over as well. Da, 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 da. If you want, there's a Rad Rumble on me. No, thank you, Kenobi. Well, Rad Rumble used to be good. It is no longer good. Prisoner, do you ever run caravans? Do I hell? Prisoner. Do I hell? Like, caravans are absolute fucking dog water. I don't know why they bothered adding them into the game. Like, absolute nonsense. Absolute, utter nonsense. Like, what was the point of them? Like, genuinely, there's no reason for the caravans to exist in the form they are. They're so boring. It's a glorified free-range event that offers 0 to no rewards. The only reason to do them in any situation is literally to get God, what's it called? To get, oh, thank you for the $9.99. Not sure. Thanks for jumping back from Pokemon for a minute. What do you mean jumping back from Pokemon? Not sure. I'm very confused. Do you mean Pokemon cards? But yeah, no, like they're dog shit. Like, fucking everything about the caravan system is just fucking nonsense. They could have added like 4 other events to it, 4 other different things you could do. You could have the escort mission, which no one likes. No one, I've never heard anybody in this game ever go, you know what, I really love that escort mission. Like, never heard it. Never heard one person say, I love escort missions, because no one does. Everyone hates them. But they could have added like a defend an area, a capture a flag type mode. There's all manner of different things they could have added in. They could have added PvP mechanics into it if you opted into it. There's so many different things they could have done with caravans that they didn't do with caravans. They hyped them up for months, and then what they released was absolute fucking diarrhea. Oh, it makes me angry. And do you mean like Pokemon as in Pokemon cards? Like, I don't only do Pokemon card stuff now. Like, that was never going to be the case. I'm very confused. Then again, I'm often very confused. But yes, thank you for the $9.99. Not sure, it is very, very, very appreciated. Any and all support is always appreciated. And it's refreshing to get super chats instead of something else. But luckily, none of those people are about that usually do that. Right. Who just... What the fuck just shot me? Is it you? Yeah. Like, honestly, I just fucking... I hate the caravans. Like, absolutely hate them. It was fun for the first one. Like, literally the first caravan, I was like, oh, this is fun. The second caravan, oh, this isn't, oh shit, I'm getting bombed. The second caravan, I was like, oh, this isn't fun. And then it just, yeah. Collecting Digimon card where at, they look so cool. Nox, you cannot tell me that that doesn't look cool. You cannot tell me that doesn't look cool. You cannot tell me that this card does not look cool. Don't get me wrong, I'm not arguing with you that Digimon cards don't look cool, but there's some really cool Pokemon cards out there at the moment that I am very keen on collecting. My kids love Power World, hope they survive the Nintendo lawsuit. What do you mean by that? Are your kids directly responsible for Power World? My kids love Power World. They made it. Honestly, judging by what the lawsuits speculated to be about, I think Nintendo might lose this one. Like, I was pretty confident that Nintendo was... Like, Nintendo's one of those companies that doesn't do anything unless they think they can win. But I think on what they've what they've got patents on, and the broad. Well, it's not only what they've got patents on; it's what when they patented it. They actually put the patents in after the Palworld was released. So if it's those actual patents, then they probably aren't going to win. Because I don't think you can retroactively sue somebody for something you've patented after the fact. I mean, I could be wrong with that, but I just don't think it's going to work in their favor. And to be honest, Nintendo is losing a lot of public support recently, especially with their whole crusade against emulation and things like that at the moment as well. So Nintendo's taking a series of PR L's at the moment. Granted, they aren't losing money, and to be fair, I think Nintendo could survive with just Japan's revenue alone, which it will easily get because it's a Japanese company and they have a lot of brand loyalty over there. But yeah, it is one of those things. Why is my phone buzzing? Oh. Neurological warfare. Do. And then we get the alt over there by teleportation gun. No, I've already got. New vendor will be at Melpost Zero in December. Update: she has Deathclaw head backpack and a Deathclaw trench coat. I mean, as much as I like cosmetics, I don't think it's really worth doing the caravan. I'm in the dead zone. I'm in the danger zone again. Highway to the danger zone. I'm below the floor. I am inside the walls. Let me out! Let me out! Let me out. But still, caravans are too painful to care about new outfits at this point. Oh yeah, 100%. I fucking hate caravans. I hope Nintendo loses. Greedy bastards would steal candy from a baby if they could get away with it. I'm not defending it. It sucks. I just want to get what I want, and I want out of it, so I'd never have to do it again. Yeah. No, I just can't justify doing caravans. Let me out of the walls! Can I go up here? No. Let me out! The angry wall monster commands you to let him out. I hardly think the game spawning me inside the walls counts as glitching it. Though it's kind of funky to see that I can look into these things and watch them spawn. The door opens from both sides in a weird way. Oh, all you need to do is literally go in the back end of the door and it'll put you back up here. So it's not a difficult one. Wait. Mine. Golf club. Mine. Pick up random shit. People forget to check the ground for... Oh, wait. No, it's an eyebot. Never mind. I thought that was a fucking piece of armor. Oh yeah, there'll be like a reskin of the fucking stuff in the atomic shop at some point. There always is. Ooh, there. Get the noob into position. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. I'm gonna shoot your robot. Right in his cock. But yeah, like, there's... part of me wants Nintendo to lose, and part of me doesn't. Because I like Nintendo, but at the same time, they do some shady shit. Did I hear someone go boop? No, apparently I'm fucking imagining things. I am losing my mind. Which wouldn't be hard, I'd need to fucking find one first. Pretending to do damage. I think you'll find I'm doing all the damage. This is what I like to call being a lazy bastard. I could be the guy that does this. And then get the robot to attack me. So I think they're trying to take out the last one. Or reduce... Ah, yeah, they're going after him. Well, the thing is, like, Nintendo's going to be worse and not worse for wear if they lose it. But Pocket Pair could go under, depending on what the demands are. Like, if it's financial compensation for loss of profits or other fucking proprietary bullshit that I don't understand. Not being a lawyer, I can't rightly say what they're going to demand from them. But the reality is Pocket Pair could go under. And moreover, Pal World could be taken offline because it is seen as uncorrectable for the copyright. But it's hard to say. Fuck off, you little guy. Melt him. Right, where did that robot go? I need stuff from it. Oh, my alt got an anchor juice. Well, this is very much the thing. Because it depends on what the legal fees are for different things. And don't get me wrong, like, Pocket Pair sold a shitload of copies of Pal World. So the amount of money they've made out of it should, in theory, pay their legal fees quite easily. But if Nintendo win, then what's going to be the cost of that? So, yeah. It's also a case of, with the game itself, we don't rightly know the full extent of what Nintendo is claiming, because it's not been released to the public yet. You know, where a lot of the stuff that people are saying, oh, it'll be this, it'll be that, is entirely speculation. So because we don't rightly know yet, we can't make a full estimation on how bad this could be for them. But yeah, Nintendo will be fine regardless, because it's too big a company to fail. And to be fair, it's not even like it's just one company. Nintendo is a series of different companies working in tandem. Because you've got like the Pokemon company as well, which exists separately from Nintendo in its own right. And I'm a big fan of Pokemon, I'll be honest. I'm a massive Pokemon fan. But I can see that they are going a little bit too far with this. And the thing is, as well, in Japan, there's no such thing as fair use. So even if you could make an argument that the stuff Pocket Pair are doing is fair use, in Japan fair use isn't a thing. And seeing how they're both Tokyo-based companies, it could go very badly for Pocket Pair, because it's in Nintendo's home turf and they know the laws in Japan specifically. Did everyone see the new Nintendo alarm clock? I'm expecting there's a terrible joke behind this. But no, I did not see the new Nintendo alarm clock. And on that note, be right back.
In the fog we slip and hide, killers near, nowhere to buy. Hooks and screams and chilling wills. Will we live or will we fail? Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Spooky, scary killers lurk, chasing us through every murk. Pallet drops and streetlights.
Alright, I'm back. That was a quick little one. I need to get some painkillers. My throat is acting up. Which is not fun. Right, we're just waiting on the potential of the eviction notice popping on our private. And then we'll go try and see. Fuck. Said OBS disconnected. Okay, weird. No, yeah, the stream's doing something weird now. Very strange. Don't know why that did that. Go. OBS, you piece of shit. Stop being a piece of shit. But yeah, I'm still waiting to the punchline to the "Did you see the Nintendo alarm clock?" Yeah, you can see that. You can promptly see that the dot for that is absolutely fine. Burned through him like he was made of tissue paper. But yeah, what games have you guys been playing recently if you've not been playing this or your other games like Destiny? The Nintendo alarm clock is an actual thing. What? How do we get Stranglerheart mods nowadays? The Stranglerheart mods are the Ultrasight mods. So the for Stranglerheart armor, you just need the Ultrasight mods. Alarm clock. Oh, is this the one with like Mario on it? It looks rather simple and kind of innocuous. Right. Test your metal. Why do I keep getting test your metal on this character? What the fuck? Why do I keep getting test your metal? So there's test your metal on my alt Jeeps. Right, I'm gonna guess that was a fucking eviction notice. Dogwood die-off's not even a fucking like big event. It just appears. Been playing Beautiful Duo on an official GameCube. Very nice. I love an official GameCube. As well as an unofficial one. He might have found one. Yeah, it seems to be popping a lot. I don't know what's going on. And those quotation marks were a typo, Nintendo. They are going after people with, like, reckless abandon at the moment. I'm not surprised people are worried. Genuinely not surprised. We'll try a couple of jumps until we get something or we don't, but we'll see. Trying to avoid jumping into people's servers who are in the chat, because I know you guys would probably say you've got an eviction notice. Because if you don't, I will find you. And I will kill you. And probably poop on your head. But yeah, I don't know why Test Your Metal's popping so often at the moment. It's really strange. We'll jump one or two more times and then we'll see what we get. Oh. Don't feed the people. They know what they did. God damn it. Right. We'll go back to the alt then. Because Test Your Metal is better than anything else. Yeah. Fucking. There we go. Stop fucking. You fucking thing. Stop moving people around in the friends list, dickhead! That was a perfectly reasonable reaction to it. Totally not losing my shit over it. I'm gonna keep all the dogwood to myself. Really? Really? All the dogwood to yourself? Ugh. Sick motherfucker. Right. Pew, 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 pew. And send myself into the space. Then we go. Yeah.
Turn your attention to the arena floor and let's
Dang it.
introduce our combatants. Now entering the arena is the team you love to hate, the Gladiators of Steel. Alright, Gladiators.
That's 16 wood for 8 dogwood. That's what I call a deal. That's just horrifying, Kenobi. Stop taking all the dog's wood. Melting robots. It's the thing we have to do. Oh god dang it. Oh holy fire. Don't ever change. Holy fire! And the most problematic thing right now is my throat is starting to hurt, which could put a damper on the weekend's festivities, so I'll need to rest my voice tomorrow, I think. Which could be difficult, because I'm meant to be making videos tomorrow.
Now that we're warmed up, let's really show them what the Gladiators can do.
Come here, you little gold bastard. Oh, that thing's dead. Before it even had a chance to move. Another nuke being prepped on my main. Alrighty, I'll head on over to you in a bit, after this event finishes.
Now you're ready for a real battle. Unleash Botsmith Amp's minions.
Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Oh, pardon me. I hear beepies. Oh, I think I talked too much today. How dare I? been one of those weeks where I've actually spoke so much at work as well, and I think it's doing a knackering on my voice. And yes, I know, some of you are probably like, oh thank fuck, he's finally shutting up. Kind of defeats the point of the stream though. There we go. Toxic. Why is he Santa Claus pointing at the robots? Very creepy emote that. Who killed the world? Vault-Tec. Next question.
The time for playing around is over. Gladiators, you're about to face the reigning champion, Quimbot.
Now, hopefully we can get something good, legendary-wise, but I doubt it. We've been very unlucky tonight. We were really lucky earlier in the day. Like, me and Jeeps were doing a lot of eviction notice stuff earlier. So it's just weird that we're not getting a single one tonight. Just bad luck, I suppose. Boing. You have explosive. Nope, you got charisma. Burn, Grimbot, burn.
I can't wait to see what this guy says when we tell her about this one.
Right.
Time to get back to base.
I think we got anything worthwhile there. Looks like absolute trash as usual. I'll need to go scrap some of that shit later. Rid of that. Rid the aristocrats one, I suppose. Alright, let's go to there. And then let's go down on the alt and loot. Definitely want to grab stuff on the other character. Ooh. Some interesting stuff you guys can't see. Oh, a fucking explosive stalker's rifle. Is the flamer worth anything over the holy fire? No, prisoner. Unfortunately, holy fire completely shits on the flamer in every way, shape, or form. And since you can change its legendary effect, there's no point in running like a fucking God, what's it called? There's no point in running like a regular flamer over a holy fire. Because if you have the same effects on holy fire, then holy fire is just infinitely better. It's got a better damage, better fire rate, and lower durability. But that's the only downside to it, is the durability isn't as good. But overall, it's just infinitely better. It's the kind of unfortunate thing about the cursed variants of weapons, that if they can be modded, then they are just intrinsically better than their regular forms. So yeah, it's a kind of the double-edged sword of these things existing, that they just make their regular versions obsolete. Just like the Elder's Mark completely makes the Tommy gun completely obsolete. It just has no reason to exist. Honestly, prisoner, the holy fire is okay as it is, but if you want damage, then you're going to go down the route of either aristocrats or bloodied. Like, they're the two best effects to put on it. But that's entirely up to yourself if you want to put them on it or not. But if you want damage, aristocrats are bloodied. depending on what build you're running. Because there is no other effects that are going to be as good. The same kind of logic applies to all of the cursed weapons. While we're here, we'll check this out. Something we've found in recent times is this event will occasionally pop and then spawn a shitload of legendaries, and then people forget to pick them up, and then they're lying there. So I'm just a way to check to see if there's any lying around in silly places. Because I like stuff. And if we're waiting on a nuke, I may as well try and get stuff that's just lying there. Yeah, it looks like this event maybe hasn't popped on this server. Not seeing any evidence that it was here. Oh, no problem, prisoner. No problem at all. Ah, there's the evidence that was here. There's shit up here. Which means there's still potentially legendaries somewhere. Now, if I was going to be a legendary item, where would I be? I'd be over here and falling down a hill. Haha! Fucking told you, didn't I? Oh shit, there's a bunch more over here. Yoink. Ha ha ha! In your face, video game. All it takes is one. Well, that worked. See, is there any more lying around? Might be lucky. I've also made myself over encumbered with that, which is kind of funny. Sometimes they spawn out with the radius of the event as well. I'm not seeing anything, so let's dump that down. 50%, nice. Oh well, fucking 100% then. Right, get rid of that. It's got reload speed on it, so we'll get rid of that as well. Yeah, sulfur heads. And nothing good on that one, nothing good in that one, nothing good in that one. Well, there is something good in that one, I just don't want that effect.
Attention citizens. Nuclear
Put that
swarm
in there.
imminent.
Before this nuke lands, what we'll do is we'll go script some stuff, and then we'll head on over.
Thank you for your cooperation.
Being a grub definitely works. Oh, pardon me. My throat really is not doing well tonight. In the bucket they go. What? Right. Yeah, we'll get my characters over there. Since I know where the nuke's gonna be. Which means I have to run in though. Though there are ways around it. Boing. Got a minute, 6 seconds till this drops. Yeah. So, does anybody have any other suggestions for spooky games we could play for Halloween? Because there are lots of options. But if anybody has any suggestions for things that we could play, I am open to it. Alien Isolation's already on board. I was asking because a quad and a bloodied flamer dropped for me a while back, so I just shoved it in my box till I figured out what to do with it. I guess it's script. But it's that kind of way where Prisoner, it is, because Holy Fire is just infinitely better. But at the same time, I would never recommend that you script a god roll. But it depends on what your other effects are on your bloodied flamer and your quad. Quad has never really been that good in a flamer because flamers have such big ammo capacities. So the quad I'd probably recommend you script anyway. But the bloodied, if it's got good rolls, I would keep it. But if it doesn't, just fucking destroy it and try and get the effects off of it. Or, like, put it in the script bin, whatever is easier for you. It's a very subjective thing.
Facility is now on high alert due to local ballistic activity. Defenses will now be
Let's see,
deployed.
what can I put
After the
on?
defense calibration procedures have concluded, a Vault Tech representative is required to de-escalate the alert.
God, I have a lot of grenades on me. That's why I'm overweight. God damn it. Have ammo for you? No. The way I looked at that, it's the same gun. What do I have ammo for? Just the usual shit. Fine. We'll go flamer mode. Bloodied, fire rate, and weightless. I'd keep that. I'd keep that. Because you never know, they might do something to the flamer later on that makes it worth keeping. And a simple way they could do it is make like the AP cost for a regular flamer better than the Holy Fire. That would be the simplest way to do it. No problem.
Defense calibrations will be concluded.
We've also got an event about to pop in a minute. I bet it's going to be eviction notice. That'd be a right kick in the nuts.
Defense calibrations will be concluded.
That's one of those skull masks, isn't it? Right, what do we think we're getting event-wise? Oh, load bearing. Never mind. Absolute pish. Time to grab shit. Somebody's no been looting.
Unauthorized access to the
Ah.
authorized defenses.
Right, they're dead. Big fella's coming out. And burn your balls. Just wait here for the rest of the fucking time we're on the game. Just burning this thing's testicles. Burn, baby, burn. throat is so bad tonight. What the fuck is he? And it always worries me, like the way that thing just fucking gonna cripple that because it's creeping me out. Look at it. Thrusting at me. It's one of the creepiest weapons in the game. Like, no one can convince me it's not the creepiest enemy weapon in the entire game. The fucking Orgasmatron 5000. Melt, you creepy bastard. All up here now that all the other robots are dying. Jesus Christ. I'm really not doing well today. Probably drink a load of lemon tea in the next couple of days, so that when I am playing spooky games, I won't shit my pants. Well, I will, but you'll be able to hear me shit my pants.
A Vault Tech representative has de-escalated the alert, and all defenses have been deactivated. Have a nice day.
Grabbing lots of shit. I think I've looted it all on the other character. Could be wrong. There we go. Right. Fucking load bearing, of course it is. Oh, there's a feral horde in Cranberry Bog. It's at least worth a check-in. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Where are you, little bastards? The Thorn, Max Farm. I think... Is it Max Farm they're going to be at? I mean, they could technically be here, because there is like an inside bit, but... We'll check Max Farm. Mainly because I can't be arsed going to the other places. Right, head this way. Actually could be here. Unless it's crab people. Nope, crab people. Alrighty, jeeps. Thank you very much. Oh, actually, there's like a hole in the ground here. Well, you're definitely not the fucking ghoul horde. Back off, you spooky bitch. She crippled already. It's chasing me, yet. Hate Mirelurk Kings. Especially when I accidentally melt my own fucking legs. Right, let's swap to something that's gonna actually kill this guy really quickly. Of course, I feel like I'm in a never-ending never-ending cycle of reloading, and it's pissing me off. There we go. Dead. Right. What was I doing? I don't think it's the Thorn, because the Thorn has, like, shitloads of robots, does it not? Could be wrong about that. I'm scorched here. And the only place it could be is there. Alright, so head down there and see if we can see something. I fucking hate it when it does something weird and spawns the horde in a like middle of nowhere place, or in like a place where there's that many places you could look and then you never find the damn thing. Yeah, like this. It wants me to fucking go into a building to go find the feral horde. Like, why is it in a building? It's dumb.
Welcome back. All's well, Brother Bowman. As you
And it turns out to be a 1-star. You motherfucker. This gun is not designed for indoors. Hurry up and die. There we go. Alright, let's see. Fuck? Who's phoning me? 2 seconds.
In the fog we slip and hide, killers near, nowhere to buy. Hooks and screams and chilling wails. Will we live or will we fail? Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Spooky, scary killers lurk, chasing us through every murk. Pallet drops in streetlight spots. Darkness turns our blood to knots. Huntress hums a deadly tune. Trapper sets his snares by moon. Wraith unseen, a ghostly shroud. Survivors hope and screams aloud. Spooky, scary killers lurk, chasing us through every murk. Pallet drops in streetlight spots. Darkness turns our blood to knots. Friends and foes in every stride, healing up but still we hide. Light of day seems far away, wonder if we'll see the day. In the fog we slip and hide, killers near, nowhere to buy. Hooks and screams and chilling wails. Will we live or will we fail? Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Generators broken down, searching lockers all around. Heartbeat races, feel the dread. Must escape or end up dead. Spooky, but do not. Huntress hums a deadly tune. Trapper sets his snares by moon. Wraith unseen, a ghostly shroud. Survivors hope and screams aloud. Spooky, scary killers lurk, chasing us through every murk. Pallet drops and streetlight spots. Darkness turns up, blood do not. Wounds and foes in every stride. Healing up, but still we hide. Light of day seems far away. Wonder if we'll see the day.
Oh, that's fucking cold. Sorry about that, guys. The wife needed me urgently. And I'm fucking freezing now. Oh, that was unpleasant. But yeah, I'm very cold now. Very, very cold. Yeah. Ooh. My alt's picking up random shite. Let's see if anybody's forgotten to pick up any legendaries. As my alt circles round and sees.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest
What's that?
convenience.
Nope, that's not anything.
Thank you for your cooperation.
DMD is just a custom world that you don't need first to access. It's actually good, but since there's no progression, it's kind of pointless. Yeah. I don't play the alternate game modes, typically. Main reason being that I don't think there's any point to them. When it comes to the alternate play modes, I just, you know, if I'm not going to get anything out of it longer term, I'd rather just do normal things. Like, honestly, it feels more normal to play the game in a normal fashion than look for specific things to just waste my time. I'd rather play a different game if I'm not getting anything out of it in the main game. But the thing is, hard mode servers could work, but they need to make the progression in them actually stick. Like, if you make the progression stick, then people will play it. Like, if you had, like, if custom worlds, like, and I mean custom worlds that weren't set to, like, super easy mode, if custom worlds were consistent, and you could have, like, a hard mode custom world or anything like that that made the game a bit more difficult, then people would play custom worlds more, because you'd get the stuff, you'd get to keep it, and yeah, you could do it that way. But because custom worlds are so subject to, like, the whims of the game, and, you know, your progress isn't carried on into the actual real servers, I don't see the point in them at all. Not in the slightest.
Welcome to the Watoga City.
Other people will obviously disagree. I know there's a lot of people that play almost exclusively on custom stuff, but I just don't see the point in it if you're not going to be able to progress and do other stuff with the game. I'm gonna get out of here before this nuke drops, because I won't be able to move unless these little fuckers leave me alone. Ooh, it's so cold tonight. We'll wait for neurological to drop, and then we'll head on over. I think I can hear it. There we go. Pardon me. Hopefully I'm not inside the walls this time. Nothing wrong with being in the walls, mind you. Nothing wrong with it at all. What's this?
Facility is now on high alert due to local ballistic activity. Defenses will now be deployed. After the defense calibration procedures have concluded, a Vault Tech representative is required to
Just checking
de-escalate
things.
the alert.
Oh. Why is this his name no go, Donkey Kong? DK. Donkey Kong. Oh. I am really not doing well tonight. Is that always like that? It just kind of looks... Something looks off about it. Looks better there. Something looks wrong with that light. I don't know what that is.
Defense calibration.
Squatting in the corner.
It is 1 minute.
Just checking things. Right. I'm really not feeling it tonight at all. Oh, my throat is killing me. I need some painkillers. I took some not some paracetamol, some ibuprofen earlier.
Concluded in 30 seconds.
Bro's turning 60 next month. Who's turning 60 next month? I'm very confused. Let me in. What, shoot robots? Right. I'm not turning 60 next month. It's also not my birthday next month. So, both of the things you've said are wrong. You jackass.
Unauthorized access to the facility.
One thing with this event, I think they should just remove these goddamn barriers. They don't make the event harder. They don't make anything about the event harder. They just make it more annoying. Oh, Jesus Christ, this one's going down quick. What freaking thing's melting them? Tachanka, December isn't next month. You fucking jackass. Thinks it's freaking December already. Well, thinks it's November already, should I say. Fight my shiny metal ass! Oh, I'm gonna ram something right up it. Let me repair the goddamn thing. There we go. Alright, there we go. That brain got way too close, way too quick. Oh, that's annoying. What event did we get? Moonshine Jambo. What I always wanted for Christmas, a bloody tire iron. Right, where the fuck is that? Alt.
Have a nice day.
Do I think I can find a better event? Let's see if we can find an eviction notice before we settle on anything. Who might have an eviction notice? Who looks for eviction notices? Nobody on there, goddammit. No, I meant I thought you was November, but we're now... No, yeah, I am fucking literally right before Christmas. 22nd. So, yeah, my birthday is a load of horse shit. I do not enjoy my birthday, which is why almost every year I stream on it instead of actually doing anything. Because it's a fucking dog shit day to have a birthday, because there's nothing... Nobody wants to go anywhere. Everybody's always busy. And it's just a bad time of the year to have a birthday. Like, literally, one of the worst time. Like, honestly, I don't think it's the worst day to have your birthday, but it's a very close one. Like, I think the worst day to have your birthday is either on, like, the 25th or the 24th. Because the 24th, no one definitely wants to do anything, and most places are fucking not wanting to let you go and do anything. So yeah. Absolute horseshit. At least that's my opinion on it. Boing. No one saw that. I am not Jeebus. If I could turn... Do you think if I could turn water into wine, I would be fucking doing this? I'd be at every party. Again, I am shuffling these goddamn fucking cards. I need to stop doing it, but my brain tells me keep shuffling them. Shuffle all the cards. Shuffle the deck. Wasn't this server tapped out? I honestly thought this server was tapped out. Or did you do an event, a nuke on a different server? Well, I don't think anybody else... Well, I don't know if anybody else is showing up. I'm just fucking activating the event because I can't be arsed sitting around waiting. Oh, that's the wrong one. There we go.
Oh, my. Won't be long now.
Activate the event, Ned, you little bastard. Ah, right. Honestly thought it was this world. I really did. I didn't nearly die. You see, my health is always low.
Don't forget to fill the tub with that sizable salamander venom.
Don't forget to fill the tub with your own piss. I've got one of those AA pepper shakers like in your video. It works well and I can dance to it. I mean, AA explosive pepper shaker. Definitely fun. Definitely gonna make you shake that ass. I absolutely love the pepper shaker. Like, genuinely love it. But the lag that I was getting on the day I filmed that video was infuriating. I was genuinely so angry. So goddamn angry. I was like, I'm not fucking gonna continue doing this if it keeps fucking up. I kinda hate power armor because when I enter it, I just lose like 60 carry weight. Why are you losing carry weight in power armor? Surely you should have higher carry weight, or is your power armor just absolute shite? Because if you've got shite power armor, then that's not the power armor's fault. That's your fault that you've got shite power armor. That's like going, every time I go into my house, my shoes get covered in dog shit. Well, pick up the dog shit from your fucking carpet. Got a quad pepper shaker, 1 star. Is it worth keeping? Prisoner? Not really. I'm gonna be honest. Like, 1 stars aren't worth keeping at all. Scrap all 1 stars, learn their effects, and gain their knowledge. And also pick dog shit up from your carpet. Like, in a lot of cases, I don't think there's any real reasons to use any other power armor than Excavator or, not Civil Engineer. Union.
Excuse me, but if you haven't
You could make the argument for the one that gives ballistic resistance. The, God, what the fuck is that called? You know the one. The Brotherhood of Steel one. That I keep forgetting the name of. But it's not the Brotherhood of Steel one, it's like a mercenary company one. But you get it from the Brotherhood of Steel questline. Those are the free armors that I can justify using in the game. Which is the main problem with power armor. There needs to be more... Hellcat, that's the one. There needs to be more variations of armor and power armor. Like, the set bonuses are a good start. Like, the Civil Engineer armor is quite cool with its set bonuses. But if you added, like, set bonuses that increase stuff to melee, that increase stuff to fucking energy damage, ballistic damage, that make specific weapons do things, there'd be a lot of different things. What about horse shit in the carpet? Tachanka has got shit on his carpet. And he needs to clean it up. Is that fucker swinging? That fucker just disappeared. Well, hello, Absent. How are you getting on? I'll maybe go take some better pictures in a little bit. They'll probably get better as the evening goes on. Okay. For anybody wondering, the wife's seeing northern lights outside, so it's a rare occurrence in Scotland, but pretty cool. We've got just enough venom to fill my tub of peace. Let's fill his tub with more piss. That is my goal. Fill the tub overflowing with piss. Well, I think we've got that done now. Because everybody else is going to dump their piss in the tub. You wish you were a horse.
Really outdone yourselves.
You wish.
Is there any reason why you're not protecting the stills?
Is there any reason you're not filling this tub with piss? At least that's all I hear him saying, is talking about his tubs full of fucking gecko piss. And technically geckos can't piss properly. Like, it doesn't come out as piss. May not be the Northern Lights. Remember the day of the Triffids? Wait, what? Wait, who is the designated gulper milker at this event? I am gonna say it is the one called Wiggle Wanderer. That is right there. See him? Wandering? He's the designated gulper milker. He milks the gulpers real good. When the Northern Lights were over my part of the UK, I couldn't see them. Literally everybody could, apart from me, and I have the best vision. A lot of the times you can't actually see the Northern Lights without, like, a camera. Like, if you set your camera to night mode, it'll show up. Because it's like, light pollution. Unless you're literally in, like, fucking the Arctic Circle. Light pollution is so fucking bad. And I live in, like, the sticks, and the light pollution's bad enough to disrupt it. Just street lamps completely fuck it, completely. Dang, Wiggle got the dirty duty. Of course Wiggle's got the dirty duty. He's got the war wiggles. He's war wiggling his way all over there. He's gonna war wiggle his wiggle stick right into the gulpers to milk them. See? See, he's ready for it. He's milking that gulper right now. Look at them, dirty bastard. As he teleports milking gulpers. The thing is, Wiggle might not be in here. And if he is, he's not saying anything because he knows that's what he's doing. He's milking gulpers for fun. Some say he milks gulpers for fun. Put the camera on a tripod with long exposure, like a few seconds at least. Well, my camera was picking it up on my phone.
Destroyed stills are not good for making moonshine.
No shit, Sherlock. I think this robot is very highly strung and obsessed with fucking stills. I see a legendary. Technically, I see potentially 4 legendaries. And I can't tell if that's all part of the one gecko or just bits of them scattered. I'm gonna go with it's bits of them. If I saw a big smile on that gulper's faces lately in Wiggle's vicinity. Just all the gulpers. Wiggle brings all the gulpers to the yard and they're like, you gotta milk yours, damn like. He's gonna milk yours. He can teach you, but he has to charge. No one wants to be the gulper milker. Oh, fucking game. Yeah, he knows. He knows he's milking them. New subscriber here, just stumbled across your account. Also, I am a dad as well. Welcome, Tickin' Tom Bomb. Also, funny name. Enjoy it. How are you getting on? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to hell. Now, has Tim... Oh no, not Tim. Jeeper launched that nuke yet? Don't see it, so I'm assuming not. Pew! Pew pew. Right, 30 seconds left of this, and then that's this event done. I'm fairly certain I can actually dump a doodah down. The real Fallout 76 question is, most robots think the bombs haven't dropped. Different? Oh, you're in a different world. God damn it. I'll jump in a minute. Oh no, I've got rattle hands. Right, let's see. Jet. Let's see. No, the world's full, dang it. Oh well. What I'm going to do is jump to my private world, see if we get an eviction notice for the last event of the evening, and then we will head on off for tonight after the hour, depending on the event, because I'm feeling like my throat is not doing too well today, and we're going to be doing a lot of streaming this next week. So as I've said before, we're going to be streaming on Saturday. We're going to be doing some Panicore, which is a horror game. We're going to be playing that with some friends. Rattle hands, isn't that caused by excessive gulper milking? Hangry, you're going to have to ask Wiggle about that. You saw him milking them. You saw him with his milking stick. Like, you will need to ask Wiggle. Wiggle is the expert on milking gulpers. He uses those war wiggles with his rattle hands and milks them good. Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm not having the best of... That is a butt cheek. Floating ass. Some of the pictures I take are funny. Some of them are horrifying. But most of the time funny. Alright, let's see if we can get some last event luck. Kill these motherfuckers. Burn, you little bitches. Burn. There we go. Fairly new to 76. Been playing maybe 2 months. Only 1, 2, 4, but loving the game. Just having a hard time completing quests. Especially the final Hugo quest. And the end of I Am Become Death. What's the issue you're having with I Am Become Death? Like, is it just the nuke silos fucking you up or whatnot? Or that you're just struggling to get through it? Because honestly, like, sometimes it's just that event, power armor. Like, if you're doing it legitimately, power armor is the best way to get through it. Because, yeah, that one room with all the radiation is a pain in the arse if you're a non-armor user. But I honestly, the rest of this, I just find it tedious, if I'm honest, more than anything. I've never really found the silos hard, just really mind-numbingly boring going into. But sometimes the easiest way to do it is get somebody to go in with you, and then just make your way to the end of it. Doing it in a group is a lot easier than doing it on your own, for certain. Though that can be hard finding people to play with in this game sometimes. Doing it solo with power armor. I mean, you shouldn't have as much issue as if you were non-power armored, but it really depends on what your gear is and what weapons you're using. What build are you running on your power armor guy? Drink some Nuka-Cola with Nuka-Cola nut perk to deal with the rads. I mean, that will help, but at the same time, it's still not an ideal solution. Like, power armor is always the best way to go through those. And if you're bloodied, it's always a big pain in the arse. I just basically pop a shitload of radaways because I've got like 1 million of them on me at any given time. Because I gather a fuckload of shit when I'm playing the game. Right, we've got 1 more minute till the event. Hopefully we can get something good. Guided meditation. Ouch. Freaking ouch. Absolutely awful. Alright, who have we got online? Let's jump to a few people, see if we can get an eviction notice. Hopefully end on a good event, but if we don't, we don't. I say issue more like constantly running out of ammo, running commando build. So for ammo, your best bet to get ammo is running Lucky Hole Mine and Excavator armor. There's loads of lead spawns in there. So that's a good way for you to build up a little stockpile of ammo. But, oh, test your metal. Test your metal on me. So I'll do that. That's worth more than looking for eviction notice and not getting into it. So yeah, like run Lucky Hole Mine to get some lead for your ammo. Because like once you've got to a certain level in the game, or rather once you've played the game enough, ammo is not hard to come by. So for example, more often than not, I just run expeditions solo and just get my ammo that way. I'm constantly getting my ammo back in expeditions. It's not a difficult thing, but you know, if you're newer, ammo can be a bigger thing. But yeah, Lucky Hole Mine is the best way to get ammo as a kind of starting player, because the amount of lead you can get from that is ridiculous. There's also, for example, Where is it? I always lose my bearings. Ah, this place here, the monorail elevator. If you go up the monorail elevator, there is a load of weights up there, which are also lead. So you can get loads of lead that way as well. And in every single nuke silo, so if you're running the I Am Become Death thing, every single nuke silo, find the gem that's in there. There's also lead weights there. And the last place that I can remember that's got a load of lead is actually Flatwoods. There's a little hotel, the Green County Lodge here. That's got a gem in there with loads of lead weights in there as well. So what I tend to do if I ever run a lead farm is I'll hit Lucky Hole, I'll hit the monorail, I'll hit the silos, and then I will hit the Green County Lodge, and I get a fuckload of lead out of that. Then you can run, there's like a bookshop somewhere, I forget where it is, but you can then go to that bookshop, loot everything, scrap it, and then go back to like Lucky Hole and the other places, and you'll get your lead back as well, because you need to loot a certain amount of items before you can re-get the spawns of stuff. Like I think it's 300. So from looting like the lead, you need to loot an additional 300 items before things respawn again. Can chimes for lead, infinite respawn on server hop, Somersville. Somersville I've never done, but that's how I farm lead. It's not an ideal solution, but it is a way that you can do it quite quickly. Good. And respawn on myself. Yeah, fuck waiting any longer. Activate this goddamn event. Nobody else is coming.
Welcome to the hottest bot battle in the wasteland. I'm Buzzsaw, your master of ceremonies for this robot cell. You're about to see the best Bust Eagle war machines take on a team of wasteland.
Yeah, prisoner, exactly. Lucky Hole bookstore, then lucky again.
Turn your attention to the arena floor and let's introduce our combatants.
Like, I can't, like, even the can chain thing I don't think is as good as that, but it just depends. That's my other problem too. My exploit armor I max out at 350 carry weight, and I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but I'm constantly over encumbered as soon as I pick up like 3 things. So, a couple of questions I'd ask about that is, in your miscellaneous tab, look for what you're carrying, because there'll be loads of stuff there. Do you have Fallout First? Because that can obviously also be a big problem. Well, I say a big problem, it could be that, like, it just depends on what you're carrying. Because without looking at your inventory, I wouldn't be able to comment. But there's loads of different things that can add up your weight. So for example, on this character, most of my weight currently is from these little shits. Where are they? Like, I'm carrying currently, like, a fucking, probably 1,000 grenades. Like, if you add them all up.
Now that we're warmed up, let's really show them what the gladiators can do.
Yeah, ammo weight is also a thing. So it depends on the perks you're using. So if you're carrying all your scrap around with you, that could be a big factor. So make sure you're dumping your scrap in your storage whenever you can. And try and make sure you're not carrying too much random shite. Like, for example, stim packs can be an absolute bastard in power armor. So if you're carrying way too many stim packs, radaways, those kind of things. There's also legendary modules. So legendary modules will be in your junk tab, and if you've been playing for a couple of months and you've been building up legendary modules, they don't drop when you die, but they do weigh stuff. So like legendary modules could be what's weighing you down. So I would make sure you're not carrying too many of them as well. What is your storage box and whatnot filled with, though? Because, like, what have you got in your storage? Because there might be a load of things you've got in there that you don't need to have in there. So, I'll be honest, your storage box should only be filled with scrap or weapons and armor that you really need to keep. And what you should do is make an alternate character to go and dump shit onto. Ideally, have a friend that will let you go to, like, will keep an eye on your shit while you put it down. Somebody you trust, not just some rando. But yeah, there's, like, even if they've got, especially if they've got a private server, a lot of 3-star weapons and whatever I scrap and store. So with the 3-star weapons, my advice is, if they're not, if it's a god roll, keep it, obviously. If it is 1 star off from being good, and ideally that should be the 1st star, should be the thing you need to replace, or the 2nd star should be the thing you need to replace. But if it's the 3rd star you need to replace, it's a bit more because 3rd stars are a lot harder to make and come by. So I'd kind of be very, very, like, if you're not using Fallout first, you need to be very picky about what you're keeping and what you're not. With Fallout first, you can be a bit more, like, lackadaisical with it because you don't need to worry about junk. I mean, you can put an infinite amount of junk in your storage, an infinite amount of ammo in your storage. You don't have that luxury. Get up, soldier.
Great job, gladiators. Now let's get back to Port Atlas and make our report.
Here we go. Half the stuff I don't even use, I just keep it because I don't know if it's good or not. I mean, the main thing I'd suggest is if you go to our Discord, you could always post pictures of what you've got and ask people if it's any good, and then you'd know whether you should just scrap it or not, or scrap it. But that's the only thing I could suggest, is just ask people, you know, because there's a lot of stuff that you could be keeping that is absolute fucking trash that you need to get rid of. But that's the only thing I could suggest, honestly. Because when it comes to knowing what's good and what's not, it literally just comes down to experience. Because there's a lot of absolute garbage shit in the game now. But with the new system, it's very easy to get rid of said crap. Like before, you had to wait for your script to reset, or you just had to sell them to people for cheap. But now, you know, everything has value to an extent, whether it's for specifically scrapping or whatnot. Oh, don't worry about it, man. It's what I exist for. The whole point of me making a YouTube channel is to help people out. But yeah, like, there's probably a lot of stuff in your storage that you don't need, so I would definitely look to clear it out. When you aren't running Fallout first, you need to be a lot more careful with what you're keeping, because your storage space is so much more valuable than it is to me, for example. Because, I mean, literally, I can fucking just dump all my scrap into a bucket, and I don't need to worry about it. You, on the other hand, have to keep it either all on you, which then means you risk dropping it every time you die, or you put it in your storage box and then you can't get rid of it. So, I mean, look at this. All that stuff would have to be in your inventory or your storage box. That would fill up my storage box. That would be literally over-encumbered. Same goes with my ammo. Like, I'm literally just chucking whatever I want in there. You know, I don't care to keep any of it out. And I could, like, make myself over-encumbered just with one type of fuel alone, one type of ammo alone half the time. Yeah, like Kenobi's right on the money. Like, a good friend is not a bad thing to have in this game. I'm never going to use that on this character. I don't know why I even thought. No, nice. I got a crafting bit unlocked. Excellenty. Right. I need some... I need to find an NPC to fucking sell these grenades to. Ah! Fucking shat myself there. Thank you for the sub, Frank FM. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Dad's Army. No, Dad's Army is the membership thing. It's not fucking just everything. But either way, hello, welcome. Right, do I have anything I can just fucking drop so I can move again? Or am I just gonna have to... I even have Ordnance Express on. God damn it. Oh, actually, I know what will allow me to move. Take that off for now. Put that on. Yeah! We can move. Motherfucker. Right. So, what we're going to do is end the stream here, guys. Thank you very much for everybody popping in and joining in tonight. As usual, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Really helps out the channel, helps me continue to bring you guys content. We will have videos, like I've got videos filmed up to the 13th, but we will have more videos filmed. I just need to film them tomorrow, edit them, do all that usual stuff. We'll get that done. We also have our alternate channel, which I have called Dad Open Stuff, where I'm doing card game related things now. And obviously we'll be streaming on Saturday. Then we will probably be streaming multiple nights throughout the week. I expect probably Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe the Friday, but we'll see. It all just depends on what games we get to play and if I can get people to come along, because I'm not going to play Phasmophobia on my own. That would be very boring. It's always funnier when people are fucking trying to kill me. Same with Lethal Company and any other games that are multiplayer, but we'll definitely have to figure that out either way. So yeah, thanks for joining us tonight, guys, and I'll catch you all next time in the wasteland.
In the dark night chills, footsteps creeping near, shadows take their fill, feel the growing fear, whispers in the breeze, cold breath on your neck, moments you can't seize, heart begins to tread. Silent shadows here, killer near and dear, can't escape this fear, whispers all you hear, lonely streets so still, eyes in every crack, head against your will, can't look back or slack. No one hears you scream, running out of time. Life's a fading dream, echoes of the cry.